What's up, guys? It's your boy Charm City Gamer here, and this isn't a video I had planned on making at all because, unlike the other idiots, unlike the other people that cover wrestling, the podcaster morons out there like JD from NY206, I don't make my videos just to bitch about the WWE product that I claim to be a fan of. But there's something I feel I have to address. You guys know that Survivor Series is in 2 weeks, right? Well, you never would have guessed it from the WWE's production of it, or presentation of it on TV. There's been not even one mention of it, and guess how they're presenting the teams for the men's and women's elimination through freaking social media tweets. Let me pull one up. Hold on, let me find it. Oh, okay, here we go. They're actually announcing who is on the men's Survivor Series team via Twitter. Like, for example, the first one announced was Seth Rollins. It's like, okay, he's on the Raw team, but keep in mind, all these guys that are being announced is ex-SmackDown guys. All the guys that are on this squad, it's Rollins, Rey Mysterio, Kevin Owens, Finn Balor, and Rey's son Dominic. All the guys that are on the men's Survivor Series team from Raw were literally on SmackDown just a few weeks ago before the draft. So it's like, Raw side, it's like, hey, we're ex-SmackDown guys, now we're suddenly loyal to Raw. No qualifying matches, just randomly throw them out there on social media. Like, what are you doing? Seriously. I remember, I have a friend that's been around since Survivor Series got going. He's an old codger, but, well, he's old compared to me. Anyways, I remember I got a buddy of mine that, he watches all the old Survivor Series all the time, like 80s and 90s, the classic stuff, Battle for Survival, and how they used to make the Survivor Series matches a huge deal. And he probably doesn't know that this is going on, but I swear, if he knew what was happening right now, he'd probably lose his shit. Because, I mean, you're taking something that was used to be so beloved in Survivor Series, and you're just saying, oh, we got a pay-per-view coming up in 2 weeks, we're not going to mention it all on TV, we're just going to throw the men's Survivor Series guys together that are ex-SmackDown guys. We're not even going to have a qualifying match to get on the team. We're just going to throw them together on social media and pretend we built this up for weeks, and pretend that you guys are too stupid to notice. Yeah, they're treating us actively like 5-year-olds. And that's not even the whole 18 people released, which I'll get into in a moment. I mean, okay, a bunch of them I could see coming, like Lindsay Dorado, he asked for his release, and a whole bunch of them weren't doing anything anyway. But what really gets under my skin, what grinds my gears, is cutting people that you could easily make main event stars. Example, Karrion Kross. I mean, this guy was one of the best characters that they've ever created in NXT. And what do? When he comes up to the main roster? They have him lose to Jeff Hardy in 2 minutes, where Jeff actually uses the ropes as leverage. Which, keep in mind, Jeff is presented as a babyface, and he has to cheat to beat the NXT champion in 2 minutes. So it's like, okay, what the fuck? And then you got Keith Lee, who, because of his own health, was out for 5 months. I'm not going to disparage him on that. I mean, he had a COVID heart-related issue that could have very well killed him. So good on Keith stepping away to get all that taken care of. When he comes back, instead of feeding anyone else to Kross, they feed him Keith Lee, who's also a former NXT champion, who desperately needed a win in his own right, and have Kross choke him out with the Kross jacket. And then, just recently, before he got cut, they had this whole Bearcat thing. And, everybody's claiming, oh, it's a tribute to Bearcat Wright, some guy who used to wrestle back in the 80s or something. And we were all pretty skeptical about that. I mean, why would Keith need to do that when his old, oh, bask in his glory, for he is limitless, why would he need to do that character when his old character is perfectly fine, right? So it's like, really? I mean, come on. So it's like, you take away what made Keith so popular in NXT with the whole music and having the crowd sing along to him and everything. Fine, you think you can make him better, go ahead, but I severely doubt it. And then, they take that away from him. He comes out, instead of wrestling this athletic big man style, he's wrestling like Kane and Mark Henry and The Big Show. When, if you just watch one episode of NXT where he was facing another big man that they've royally fucked up, and Dominic Dijakovic, I mean, you could see him doing freaking splashes and all kinds of hyper athletic shit. So there's that. And now let's get to the ones that stun the hell out of people. Actually, let me look up the list of people who got cut. Hold on, let me pull that up. I have it in a group chat. I'm on my Discord. Let me find that before we continue talking about it, so I don't look like a fool about it. Hold on, let me find it. It's here somewhere. It's here somewhere. I will find it. One moment. Let's see, where is it? Here it is. Let's see. I will find it. It's here somewhere. I'm looking. Oh, and here's one that at first I was actually celebrating because, a lot of people don't like the Nia Jax character. But get this, WWE basically cut her because she wanted more time to care for her mental health than what they were allotting her. So they basically cut her because she wanted more time to have for her mental health. I mean, how scummy is that, brother? That's just this. That is beyond repugnant. It's repugnant, I tell you. Let's see, where else? Okay, here there. Here's the actual release list. Keith Lee, Nia Jax, Karrion Kross, Scarlett Bordeaux, Eva Marie, Ember Moon, Frankie Monet, Jessie Kamea, Mia Yim, Oni Lorcan, B-Fab, Trey Baxter, Harry Smith, who you guys would know as D.H. Smith in the Hart Dynasty from way back when, Grand Metalik, Lindsay Dorado, Katrina Cortez, Zeta Ramir, and Jeet Rama, who Solo Sikoa, or Sifa Fatu, squashed in his NXT debut. So yeah, I mean, everybody's stunned about Cross. I mean, you gave him this, you had a brilliant character, and then he just went and just chucked it into nothing. You had him come out looking like the new Tensai with a gladiator mask, and you took away his flashy entrance. You basically fucked him up from day one. So he was screwed from day one. And what stunned the hell out of me was B-Fab. I mean, you call up her group, Hit Row, who everybody on social media adores. Everybody loves Hit Row. And, they come out to, kind of a light reaction on their first night. But we figure, it'll get better as they go along more. But these 18 releases happen, and here's the really fucked up part. I actually found out that B-Fab just signed a new contract literally the week before all this shit went down. So she's on a new deal, then a week later she's cut. And then last night they had Hit Row in a segment with Sami Zayn, and they just looked really flat, Really flat. I mean, B-Fab just added that kind of swagger, that kind of flair to the group, and they just don't feel the same without her. It's a damn shame. And a whole bunch of people are tweeting, myself included, tweeting hashtag bring back B-Fab in all caps on Twitter. I doubt it goes anywhere, but if y'all are listening, please do that. Please tweet out bring back B-Fab. Because, I mean, she didn't even get a chance to show what she was capable of as a wrestler, and it really just pisses me the hell off. But in any case, let's go back to Survivor Series. I mean, you contrast this Survivor Series for 2014, for example, one of the well-known and best Survivor Series they've done as far as the main event building. I mean, you didn't see them just randomly throw Team Cena and Team Authority together in just 2 weeks in just random social media posts. Nah, man, they built that sucker up on TV for weeks and weeks and weeks, so that when they had that big match where if Team Cena won, the Authority would be out of power, and if Team Authority won, all of Team Cena except for Cena himself would be fired. They built the shit out of that thing. So to just put them on social media with no rhyme or reason, it's just like, it totally disrespects the concept of Survivor Series, in my opinion. And then you got 2016, which is brilliantly done. You know, the Raw versus SmackDown stuff, that was brilliantly done. The Survivor Series match there was a classic. Hell, even 2019, for all its, faults with the women's match apparently not living up to the hype, which is a bunch of bullshit in my opinion. 2019, Raw versus SmackDown versus NXT. And going back to Keith Lee, there's another moment where they would have, you would have known he was a star. I mean, it comes down to Keith, who's representing NXT, versus Roman. Keith doesn't win, but he gets a fist bump of respect from Roman, so it's like, oh my god, strap the rocket to this guy. This guy's a main man. And then you have the 2020 Royal Rumble. He comes out with Lesnar, and Lesnar's like, ooh, big boy, who's this guy? You know, I mean, even Lesnar was pumped to work with the big man. So it's like, the lack of respect they showed to Keith Lee. It's like, how do you fuck that guy up? But in any case, wherever he goes, it'll be their gain and WWE's loss. Like I said, I don't usually like to make these videos, but I just felt that, given this whole disrespect to Survivor Series and all the releases, I felt like I had really no choice but to make something like this, so I just wanted to make this pretty much on no notice and get my feelings out there. Hope you've enjoyed it, and, I'll be making more videos in the future. Hopefully not more vlogs talking about how stupid WWE is a company, because, I mean, notice I don't take 2 hours to get my point across like other morons out there. JD from New York. Mine is quick and succinct. But anyways, till the next video, y'all know what to do. Follow me on Twitter at SpiderQueenAJ, and of course, tell me on YouTube at CharmCityGamer. And to WWE Survivor Series is supposed to be a Big 4 pay-per-view. Why don't you treat it like one? Anyway, that's all I gotta say. Peace.